Hello and welcome to another spring episode of Game On the Record, brought to you by Homer 9 & Sons, alongside Mike Bires. I'm Andrew Chiappazzi.
We are here at Central Valley High School, where the Warriors girls softball team is 10-6 overall, 6-3 in section play, one game behind first place Beaver in Section 1 AAA. And later in the show, we'll talk to Central Valley catcher Caitlyn Suter.
Michael, this section has been more complex than I think some people have anticipated. Of course, Beaver is at the top of the section. That's no surprise considering the depth and the talent that they brought back. Central Valley, very competitive. That's no surprise considering the talent here with the Warriors. But the rest of the section has been a little bit of the wild, wild west.
AJ, that is true. It is crazy. However, none of those teams in the bottom of the section are really legitimate playoff contenders. I would venture to guess that almost all of them will lose their first round game. But it does make things exciting in the section for the last week of section play here. But again, Beaver and Central Valley are clearly the top two teams in this section.
And Central Valley has had to overcome a little bit of adversity to get to this point. Coaches like to see their teams tested. They like to see how they're going to handle those adverse moments. But Central Valley has had to deal with some injuries. They lost second baseman Nikki Galletti early in the season. Her backup, Thomasina Sharetta, was injured and is just now coming back. And right fielder Carly Smith was out for the early part of the season and is just now getting back into the fray. So Central Valley has been tested and they've overcome quite a bit to get to this stage. Well, joining us now to talk about Central Valley's season so far and the push to the playoffs is senior catcher Caitlyn Suter. Caitlyn, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Caitlyn, you're 10-6 overall, 6-3 in the section. You're a game behind Beaver. Just your thoughts on how this team has fared this season. What were your expectations? How do you feel about the team heading down the home stretch?
Well, expectations were a lot higher start of the season. We had injuries, academics knocked us back. But you know what? I'm really proud of the girls. They overcame that. Obviously, we're second place, and we overcame that. I'm so proud of them. I mean, with the injuries, at one time we were 3 deep as far as second baseman goes, and that's almost unheard of. This is a high school team to be able to recover and bounce back the way we did. So I'm very happy. As far as the rest of the season, we got to keep pushing through. We got to win these next 3 games. We win these next 3, I think we can keep our winning streak going all the way through the playoffs.
Well, what's been the key to this 5-game winning streak that you guys are on now? What's been the key ingredient to having that kind of success?
Well, you keep your pitcher's head in it. You keep her throwing low. The batters will just beat it into the ground. We got a strong defense behind our pitcher. I'm very happy with our defense. We keep it in the ground or hop fly. I don't worry, not even for a second.
Caitlyn, I had a story in the paper last Monday about catchers in girls softball and what a tough job it is for boys baseball and girls softball, fast pitch softball. What are your thoughts about the way you handle your duties behind the plate? And also, you've hit 4 home runs this year, so you're a good power hitter too, right?
Yeah, being a catcher, you're the only one that can see the field all the time, the entire field. You got to be on top of everything. And with that, you got to keep your pitcher's head in it. If your pitcher gets flustered, you got to call time. You got to walk out. You got to let her know. You got to defense. Just let them hit it. You got to have confidence in your defense. As far as my hitting, you know, Coach Ray, I've been with him for about 7 years between travel and high school. He's really improved my hitting. I'm extremely happy with everything he's taught me. This is my first year I've ever hit a home run. Wow. And I just want to keep working hard, keep it going. I have 4. I'd like to have a couple more. Obviously,
you have big goals for the rest of the season. I'm sure you have eyes on the Whitfield Championship and all of that. Mm-hmm. But when this is all done, you're off to Carlo, right?
Yeah.
And what was the decision process like in choosing Carlo and playing softball for them next year?
Ever since I was little, I fell in love with the city of Pittsburgh. So I knew that's where I wanted to be. I didn't want to do D1. I wanted to stick with something less, so if there was something else in college that I had liked, I could give it a shot. So I decided to go with Carlo, same city life, right next to Pitt, everything. Bob Serco has been fantastic. He's a wonderful guy. He approached me and we just hit it off from the beginning. I loved his personality. We worked together. I've been to a practice and the girls are great. It was wonderful.
And of course, Coach Zerko is from Center Township, right?
Yes, he is. He's a Center Township native. Yeah. So.
Caitlyn, thanks for your time today. Congrats on a great start so far, and good luck down the home stretch.
Thank you, guys.
Well, that does it for this week's episode of Game On. You can check out anything you might have missed on our Facebook page.
Make sure you join us at timesonline.com. for stories, stats, videos, photos, and more of all our local baseball and softball action, as well as other spring sports.
And of course, you can always follow us on Twitter at the account Time Scores for all the latest news and updates from those of us here at timesonline.com. For Mike Bires, I'm Andrew Chiappazzi. That does it for now from Central Valley. We'll see you soon.